What is up, you guys? It's your spiritual fairy godmother, and I am back. Okay, I'm back with a let's talk about it. Okay, we're not doing no reading today. We're not venting, maybe a little venting, but today we just gonna talk. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. So today's topic is going to be spiritual burnout. Okay, spiritual burnout, burnout period, entrepreneur burnout, all of the things. Okay, I felt like this is an appropriate video to smoke on because that kind of has a lot to do with what we're gonna talk about today. If you got some herbs, make you a little spiritual, like a herbal cigarette, some nettles, some catnip, marshmallow root will be a really good, just like, I want to think about some shit, but like I don't want to be high type of blend. I think that'd be real cool. Y'all can get y'all like a herbal tea and get y'all a little cup of coffee, cuddle up in the bed, get you a nice blanket, whatever it is to make you feel comfortable. Grab that because I want to talk about it. Okay, so today's topic, like I said, is going to be spiritual burnout. Y'all know I kind of like to tell y'all where the topic came from, and honestly, it was no specific. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Who was I watching? I think I was watching Trinity. I was watching somebody. I don't really know. But I think I was watching Trinity's video, and she was basically, you know, just talking about how YouTube isn't the same anymore. Was that her? I don't know. Y'all, I don't know who it was, but I was watching a YouTuber, and they were talking about how YouTube is not the same anymore. You can't really depend on YouTube income anymore. And then I was watching somebody else and they said the same thing. So I felt as if that was my confirmation that like, it's time to switch it up, right? So yeah, that's what today's topic is going to be about. Switching it up, burnout, all of that. I don't know. I'm burned out. So if y'all noticed, I haven't been posting too much content. I really just been kind of chilling. I really just been kind of enjoying the phase of my life that I'm in and just enjoying my peace and not having to like stress about shit. Now, granted, I am always stressed, and I feel like that is a part of my spiritual burnout. All day, every day, I think about being a better woman. All day, every day, I think about the mistakes that I'm making throughout the day. I think about the kind of mother that I'm being. I think about how I'm raising my daughter, what type of person she's going to be in the world. I think about my future a lot. I think about how the decisions that I'm making today are going to affect my tomorrow. I feel like I'm constantly thinking about tomorrow. Like, I'm constantly just in a state of what's next? Like, what's next? And like, I'm just tired, y'all. Like, I'm so tired. Like, I feel like I have so much control, but then I have so little control as well. I feel like it's like my personality has just become my trauma and my struggle, and like even my content, like my content is mainly like me venting to y'all, kind of explaining to y'all what I've been through and kind of like how I've gotten through it. And I realized that like that's needed, but at the same time, I as a content creator, I want to show y'all more. Like, I want to show y'all that it's gotten good. I want to show y'all that the things that I'm telling y'all are effectively working, and I'm becoming better and I'm doing better. And it's like, I feel that I am, because I feel this certain level of peace. Like, my life is not perfect by any means. Like, I think for me, a lot of times, like, I be waiting on things. Like, for a long time, I waited to get a boyfriend, right? And I feel like now that I have one, it's literally so much fucking work. It's like, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and now that I have my own business, is I literally have to be creative every day. I literally can't have a week where I'm just feeling like I just want to be to myself. You know, like the last 2 weeks, I kind of was just in a space of wanting to chill. Like, I just wanted to chill. I just wanted to relax. I wanted to be okay with just being okay, with just being by myself, with just not working so hard, because I feel like society isn't telling us that we're in a recession. Society isn't giving us help. Like, and it just feels so unattainable, like everything. And it's like, even though I know that like I'm on my way, like I've seen something that I've prayed for 3, 4, 5 years ago come into fruition. So I know that things take time. But like, I just be feeling like, well, when is it gonna be my time? Like, what more could I be doing? You know, it's like I want to do more business-wise, but you need funds to do that. You need like money coming in, right? Like you need enough clients. And then it's like shit, being in school and having to, you know, having to allocate and dedicate my time to that. It's like I'm going to school, I'm waking up hella early, I'm getting my shit done, I'm being on my P's and Q's, but also while I'm actively doing that, I'm emotionally regulating my emotions throughout the day. I'm trying to figure shit out. Like, it just be so much shit. And like, even just little tiny shit, like a commercial coming on, it's so overstimulating, because it's just like, I just want to get my words out. Like, I just want to do what I'm doing, and then something be coming up. So it's like, you could be living your life, paying your bills, having your kid go to school every day, getting them together, and then boom, you lose your job. Or damn, my tire bust. Or, you know, like, I'm starting to realize that like life just keeps lifing. Like, it never stops. It's always gonna be something. So like, this last month, I feel like I just been trying to just, I don't like not give a fuck, but like just not stress myself out so much about it. Like, I feel like that's why I'm going through this phase of like spiritual burnout. Like, I used to meditate and do yoga and just want to be so in tune with my gifts, and like, it's like I still want all of those things, but like sometimes it gets so overwhelming. Like, you know, like sometimes being on a spiritual journey, you're triggered. You know, you're gonna have times where God is like forcing you in a season of being better, of being stronger, of being more aware, of being more kind, being more patient. And it's like, in those moments, it's like, it's pressure, and you feel that. You feel the pressure of whatever God is doing in your life, but you don't always see the results right away. So it just be feeling like, I want to break, I want to lay down, I want to chill, I want to kick it. And it's like, I be battling myself between like just going hard and really just truly like resting and allowing myself to just be who I want to be and not who I think I'm supposed to be. Like, I feel like if money didn't matter, my life would just look a lot different. But that's not reality. Like, in reality, I literally do not care about money. Like, I don't care about designer things. I don't care about having the nicest this or the nicest that. But I do care about like stability and having my rent paid and having my car paid off and having insurance, and, you know, like being able to be okay when things happen. And I feel like I haven't been in a position of like just being okay when things happen. Like, little things could happen, and it's just like for example, right, my homegirls came over last week, and when they had left my house, they ended up getting into a car accident. But I didn't know. Like, they didn't end up telling me. You know, I guess there was so much going on, whatever happened. They was having a weekend, you know, like it was what it was. But I didn't end up finding out until today after school. And immediately I'm like, damn, well, they was at my house, they was drinking. Like, immediately it was my fault. Even though I was not in a car, I didn't even know what happened until 3-4 days later. It was just still like, that's where my mind went. Like, everything be my fault. And then, again, today, my friends taking me, we on our lunch break, and I had walked to Pick and Save while they was getting them some food. And I felt like I was just taking so long. So I'm in the store and I'm stressing myself out. Like, I'm taking up their time, like I'm taking up their lunchtime, like perpetuating these feelings of just guilt, right? And it burnt me out to the point, like, when we got back to school, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like falling asleep, like, and I was just talking to myself. I was in my head, I was listening, but we had time to like read an article and then take notes, and I had already did that. So I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm just thinking, I'm kind of zoned out, and I'm just like, I'm feeling guilty, feeling ashamed of yourself, like feeling not good enough, stressing about money, stressing about work, about clientele, about business. Like, all of that stuff is, I feel like, what's keeping me from living my best life. Like, you are what you attract. You, like, you're the co-creator of your life with God. So it's like, why am I co-creating the same things? Or like, why is what I want not wanting me back? Or like, why is it not time? Like, I sometimes it'd be like, I don't understand like what more I could be doing. But then it'd be like, I also be noticing that like I be burnt out, and that burnout be kind of causing me to like get lazy. So it'd be like, and I think my burnout also just comes from like disappointment, or like just feeling like unappreciated, or not getting the recognition that I deserve. Or I don't even want to say I deserve, because it's like, damn, am I putting in enough work to get, you know? And it's like, I don't want to keep questioning myself. Like, I don't want to keep going back to what am I doing wrong. But that's a way that I hold myself accountable. Like, I don't want to just be like, well, I deserve 1 million followers. I deserve all these clients. I deserve like 10 clients a day. I want my books to be filled up. I want orders to be coming out the ass. Like, it's like I'm saying all of those things, but it's like, how much work am I putting in? When I think about it, it's like the fact that I gotta catch the bus to go get products, the fact that I gotta go in a cold, the fact that I gotta walk everywhere, all of that shit take energy. And I feel like I be so on the go that I don't realize how much energy that I'm exerting just thinking, just worrying about shit, just trying to make shit happen. It's like, I want to be so successful that that's all my mind perpetuates. Those are the only thoughts that come in my mind daily. Like, how can I make some money? What can I do? How can I expand my business? How can I market this? Every day I'm making different shit on Canva, but it's like, everything that I'm trying to do takes money, and all the things that I'm trying to do takes education. All the education that I'm trying to get, like, it takes that spiritual getting quiet, getting that one-on-one time with yourself and the Lord. Like, being able to real life, like, just know who you are is what brings you towards knowing exactly what it is that you want. Because a lot of times we want shit that we think we want. We want this nigga, we think we want this job, we think we want this position, we think we want these new shoes whole time. The shit hurting our feet. The nigga mentally, emotionally abusive. You know, like, different things. So it's just like, I want to be in a space where I'm avoiding shit that I gotta learn all these deep ass, profound ass lessons from. Because it's like, I can learn in maybe a different way. Like, I'm so tired of feeling burnt out. And I feel like in my relationships, like friendships, romantic relationships, the relationship with my mother, the relationship with my father, it's like I've gotten to the point where like I'm so burnt out. Like, I don't even get mad at like my dad no more. He still irritates me, but it's like I'm so burnt out of being mad that it's like I choose to detach. Like, I choose to not care. But then it'd be like the guilt creeps in, and then I feel bad for choosing not to care, when it's like that's something that's gonna ease my burnout. Because all of that caring and feeling hurt or feeling sad by friends or people who are no longer in my life, bad decisions that I've made, bad choices that led me astray, like thinking about certain shit like that, it blocks my creativity. And then here I am posting vlogs, but it's like, okay, I can't really do shit like that. And it's like, yeah, people will still watch it, but it's like, how do I go to the next level? Like, this is who I am. This is the content that I make. This is what I do in my daily life. Like, that's good enough. Like, that's good enough. How I edit my videos, I may not do it like nobody else, but I know how long that should be taking me. I know how many days that should be taking. Like, and I know that I could be doing more, but it's also like, man, I be feeling like there's not enough time in the fucking day. Like, I literally feel like when I get home, and yes, like right now, I'm at home. I literally just got home from school, and I'm waiting on Kamaya to get dropped off. So she's on her way, but actively, as I'm working, as I'm doing the video, she on her way, right? So it's like, I'm also thinking about what I gotta make for dinner. I gotta clean up before she get home. I gotta start packing her lunch up. I gotta start getting her stuff ready for tomorrow. I gotta get my stuff ready for tomorrow. We got an assignment due tomorrow. Like, it just be like, I never feel like I'm doing enough, but then it be like, well, what more could I be doing? Like, and then I be feeling so down. Like, god damn, like, I should be working a job, but then it be like, well, I want to learn my lesson. Like, I've already told myself, like, I'm not doing that shit again. Like, I've gotten jobs after I've started my business, and I realized that I've dedicated all my time to the to somebody else's business, and mine's always fall on the wayside because I am such a good worker and I am committed when I'm in any position. So, and being without a car, it's just like everything. Like, I live in a whole different county than where I go to school at, and then my mom live in a whole different space from where my daughter go to school at and where I live at. So it just be like going all around the city, all on the bus, trying to make shit happen, trying to be a good woman, trying to be a good girlfriend, trying to be a good mom, like trying to just perpetuate goodness in my world. Like, I want to be a nice person. I want to be a good person. I want to be a kind person. I want to be compassionate. I want to be understanding. I want to be patient, Lord. I want to be soft. So like, I'm so tired, and I feel like I'm always overstimulated, or got shit going on in my head, that it's like, I got advice to give, but like, it don't always be the time and the place for that. Like, if I'm giving advice, I want to be able to have proof behind that. If I'm telling y'all something, I want to be able to have proof behind that. And I know, like, y'all could be watching my videos like, damn, bitch, like, you know, like, y'all see shit that I don't. You know, whether it's good or bad, that's y'all opinion. And I know that, like, I be watching people like, damn, girl, like, I watched this dude named Matthew. And he always like, I do the same shit in every vlog. I'm so fucking lazy. I don't be doing this. I need to have my shit together. I need to get this together. And I'll be watching his vlogs like, damn, you done put that shit on. You in the bed chilling, like, same shit I'm doing. Like, so I know that in a way that like what I'm doing is not going unseen, or I know that it's not for no reason. But at the same time, like, you get so burnt out when you're not appreciated. Like, you in a business, you in a company, and you know, like, they working you hard as hell. You been there for 5 years, you ain't got no promotion, or they done gave Billy the promotion, and you the one who really deserved it type shit. Like, that's where I feel like I'm at, where I don't want to be pocket watching nobody else, but I also feel like I have moments where I'm posting videos every single day, or I'm posting Instagram videos, Reels, TikToks, Facebook videos, going live, and it be like, I could be consistent, and then when I do it and I don't get the outcome that I want, it be like immediately I'm shutting down, because like, what am I doing all this work for if nobody's gonna notice? And that's something that I have to get out of myself, because that's burning me out. Like, the disappointment or looking to other people to satisfy me, like, the views shouldn't satisfy me. Even though the views are attached to money, it's so much bigger than that. It's also about sponsorships. It's also about putting myself out there. It's also about marketing. So it's like, I can sit here and feel sorry for myself, but then that's perpetuating the burnout. Like, I want to be just done with that. Like, I want to just be in a space, and I want to just be in a position where I'm just grinding. Like, I'm just getting that shit, but also I'm well rested. I'm like hydrated. I'm eating healthy. Like, all that shit take time. To make a good ass vegan meals take fucking dinner all day. Dinner all day, depending on what you're cooking. It take a lot of ingredients. It take a lot of different like stuff to make it taste good, because you don't want it to be salty. So you're not just using plenty seasonings, but you're using multiple vegetables. You gotta chop up multiple things. You gotta slow cook and, you know, turn into something else. So it just, my life is so much better than it was a year ago. My life is better than it was 2 years ago. My life is better than it was 3 years ago. But it's just like, for the last 5 years, I've just had this vision in my mind, and it's like, I'm so ready for it to come into fruition. It's like, I can feel that shit on my back. It's like, you finna grab me, but I keep running from it. I keep running from my own destiny because I'm burned out. It's like, there's low-key a subconscious fear of all the shit that I'm finna have to prepare for, all the shit I'm finna have to do, how busy I'm finna be. And right now, I be liking my sleep. I be liking to chill. I be liking to like get myself together, because for years I was never able to do that. I was always on go. I was a single mom, like in an abusive relationship, multiple abusive relationships, back-to-back abusive relationships. So I had never really had time to just chill, to just focus on me and my rest and like my recovering process. Like, even after giving birth, I didn't have ever a relationship where me and my man was together and he helping me take care of my kid, and he getting up in the middle of the night. It was never like that for me. So for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, it's just like, I just been doing this shit, you know. And I feel like for a while, after Jonathan passed away, after my babies passed away, I needed time to like rest and recuperate. And I feel like that take a year, that take 2 years, that take time. You may need a year just to get confident in your body. It may take you a whole nother year to be confident in your mind. So like, when I say burnout, it's not even just about like money, but it's also about creativity. It's also about how you have sex, how you be intimate with people. Do you still hang out with your friends? Do you want to be around people? Are you self-isolating? Like, burnout can show up in so many ways. And I think a lot of times when you've been through so much trauma, when you've been through so much stress, when your life is hard, when you're going through poverty, when you're going through a relationship turmoil, let's say you're going through work drama, like you got a bunch of money, but the people at work aren't nice, they aren't kind, they don't appreciate you, you bust your ass every day, you haven't gotten a raise. Or let's say you work in a company where you're on go all the time, you never get a chance to see your family, you're always getting called into the office, back-to-back meetings. Like, that shit is real. Like, that shit psychologically weighs on you. Health-wise, that shit weighs on you. Like, I'm learning in school that a motherfucker that work a 9 to 5, like 6 days a week, you know, barely spend time with their family, like their life expectancy is a lot shorter than a person who relaxes, a person who goes in nature, a person who meditates, and a person who eats healthy. But if you always on a go, always eating fast food meals, you don't got time to cook, you don't got time to sit down, catch a breath, like, that shit is hard on your creativity. That shit is hard on your sacral chakra. That shit is hard on your heart chakra. It's hard on your throat chakra. Because sometimes you get so overwhelmed with talking, it's like your throat overactive. Or shit, you just don't even want to talk. That's how I get. Like, when I'm overstimulated, when I got too much shit going on, it be like, I just need a minute to just be quiet. Like, just, I don't want no TV on. I don't need my phone on. Dog, shut up. Don't lick yourself. Like, don't say nothing. don't even yawn. I don't even want to hear your mouth smack, the spit from your tongue smack. Like, it be that deep. And like, I just see how burnout has been affecting me and like my mood. And it's like, in a way, I've been so mellow because I've been burnt out. It's like, I don't even have time to be mad. I don't want to be into it with nobody. I don't have time to be mad that you skipped me in line, sir. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just been so nonchalant about shit. And it's like, in a way, it's a good thing, but also like it's not, because I've been so nonchalant that I ain't been filming no videos, I ain't been posting nothing, I just been chilling. And I know that I needed that because I was burnt out. But it's also like, y'all, we having a conversation and I'm asking y'all, I need y'all help. Like, how do y'all get back in a groove of things? And here I am right now, you know, I'm filming this video, I'm talking about my experience, what I experienced during my break. And that's kind of like what my content has been for a very long time. And that's what I wanted to continue to be. Like, who I am is, I'm a very complex being. I have a lot of shit going on. And like, you might hear the same story multiple times. It may take me a while to like get some shit embedded into my head. It may take some time for me to even take my own advice. But like, all in all, like, this shit is not easy. Like, the shit is not easy. Life is not easy. Going through burnout is not easy. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. Being a mother, being a friend, being a daughter, being a son, being a cousin, being an uncle, being a friend. All of those things are not easy. We all wear so many hats throughout the day that, like, you know, like, sometimes it gets hard juggling so many things, and sometimes you do just have to have focus. Sometimes you do just gotta lock in and like grind, you know. Like, sometimes that can look like, you know, I'm just grinding to be a better me. Sometimes that can look like, shit, I'm taking care of me and my kids. Sometimes that can look like, shit, I'm in a gym, I'm locking in. Sometimes that can look like me and my kid, we only eat organic. You know, sometimes that can look like getting all the siblings together, like being mature, you know, having certain conversations with people, discussing certain things. Like, there are so many different ways to, like, I don't know, like, everything is so vast, everything is so deep, and I feel like it's so hard to just understand yourself in one role of your life. Like, you being a wife, you being a mother. So to add on top of that, whatever it is that you got going on in your day, whether it's your house a mess, whether it's you gotta take Johnny to football practice, or you gotta get so-and-so to their singing lesson, or you gotta make your husband his lunch, or you gotta make sure that the paint came, or the Amazon delivery is there. You gotta make sure the light bill is paid. You gotta take care of your mom. This person got an appointment. It's like, on a day-to-day basis, like, life is just stressful, you know. And I think we go throughout life thinking that, like, being of love and light, or like being spiritual, or, you know, like being positive is always gonna be the answer. And it's just not. Like, emotions are a spectrum. And like, I think the fact that we highlight happiness as the good emotion, and then like being stressed or burnt out or irritable as like the bad emotions, is like where we kind of go wrong, because then it makes you not like yourself when you're feeling those emotions that aren't necessarily happy, joyous, glee. You know, like when you're feeling things that aren't socially acceptable. Like, even sometimes being around my friends, when I get quiet, like, I'll feel a type of way, like, well, let me just say something. Let me smile at somebody. Let me let y'all know that I'm still here, I'm still good. But it's like, well, why is it not acceptable to not just be having a day? Like, why is it not acceptable to bed rot, to chill in the bed all day, to have your weekend where you don't do shit, you don't clean shit, you don't see nobody, talk to nobody, deal with nobody, you don't work, you don't get no money, you don't make no money. Like, I was watching my little cousin this weekend, her mama came over, and immediately she was like, well, I'm finna go DoorDash, or I'm finna go Instacart. And I'm like, you got a break from your kid. You saying you got shit to do at the crib. Why is it that we always put money first, as if money is the end all be all? Like, I feel like money is such a big stressor. Credit, what you have, social media, like keeping up with the Joneses, all of that shit has become such ugly. It's become such fire that is fueling everybody, and it's got everybody on go, and it's got everybody on these steamrollers. And I feel like eventually all that hot air, like all that steam, you know, you're gonna burn out. Eventually that's what happens. And it's like, I don't want to be old and burnt the fuck out and stressed the fuck out. And, you know, I done worked all these years now. My knees hurt, my ankles hurt. I can't even enjoy retirement. Barely got money. You know, like I want to be in a space of enjoyment, of just chilling, of enjoying life, but not being so nonchalant that I'm unaware of my behaviors or how I could be doing better or my shortcomings. So even just balancing who you want to be and who you want to show up as, it's such a hard thing. So if you're struggling with that, if you've been having a hard time, if you've been feeling burnout, if you've been feeling exhausted, wanting to sleep, or just tired, call off of work, anything like that, just understand that that's the season that we're in. You know, we're transitioning from fall into winter, where things literally, like animals know, we have to hibernate. We have to reserve our energy. Resources are low. The sun is not out as much. Like, we're not as nurtured. We're not as taken care of. Like, the world knows, mother knows, like the universe knows, nature knows. And I feel like as human beings, we don't really move with the earth anymore. Like, we don't put our feet to the ground to get grounded so that those stress levels aren't there on a day. Like, even if you are stressed, like, we don't, I'm not gonna say we as if everybody, but it's not societal norm to go home. Or, you know, like in other countries, they have siestas after lunch. We finna relax for a minute, get these cortisone levels like leveled out, like get some dopamine going, some serotonin, like, you know, just be able to just chill and relax for a minute and not be so stressed out about what the fuck going on in life. And it's like, we don't have that. All we have is like being stressed out, worrying about your credit. Like, I was thinking about the other day, like, this society basically doesn't even teach us about credit in school, but the moment we turn 18, we're expected to have good credit until we die. Or else, but you can't get no crib, you can't get no car, you can't get no business loans, like, you can't do shit. So it's like, it's America, the world is not even set up for us to win most times. So it's like, why be so hard on yourself? Why stress yourself out? Like, why put yourself in a position to make your dreams and the things that you're trying to obtain take longer to get because you're so stressed out? If you were to get the things that you've been praying for in a state of stress, you may not even be able to enjoy them. So if it's been taking a little bit longer for your blessing or for your dream, your manifestation, or your prayer to come in, check in with yourself. Ask yourself, am I burnt out? Am I tired? Am I irritated? Am I annoyed? You know, it's just happiness that I'm feeling real. When I leave a club, or when I leave from with my TT and with my friends and with my cousins and them, am I still feeling that good when I lay in the bed with my significant other, or are we pissed off at each other? You know, when I look at my relationship, am I happy? When I look at my friendships, do they reflect me? Are they kind? Are they compassionate? Do they care about my feelings? Shit, do I care about theirs? Do I show up for them how they need me to? You know, like, all of the things, like, we have so much more time in a day than we think we do. And like, I feel like that's why I've been so nonchalant lately, because it'd be like, everything is perception. Like, when I don't want to be somewhere, I notice that like time goes so slow. But if I change my perspective, like, time would change or it'll speed up. So it's like, if I can do that, I can do that, if that makes sense. Like, I hope that didn't go over some of y'all heads, but it's just like, we really are magical and powerful beings. And like, coming into that realization the last month has just made me realize that like, I don't need to burn myself out doing so much, because it comes naturally. It's already within me. It's already on me, baby. God, like, this me. And like, the more and more I'm starting to accept that, the more and more the burnout is like fizzling out, to the point where it's like, okay, I'm ready to get the ball rolling again. I'm ready to come down, rolling down that hill so fast that the fire is starting to, you know, come up. The things that I'm passionate about, I'm talking about with conviction, and I'm talking about with that fire and that passion behind my voice again. Like, I want that back. But I also understand that in order to get that, you have to rest, you have to rejuvenate. Think about bringing a baby into this world, right? So if I'm thinking about bringing my business into this world, this shit could take 9 years. That's one more year and my shit gonna go crazy. So it's like giving myself time to rest. When you're pregnant, you don't just rest after the baby comes. Shit, hell, you barely get to rest after the baby comes unless you got a nigga, a nanny, a midwife, something. So it's like I'm trying to think about it in that perspective of like, shit, I'm pregnant right now. Like my business is pregnant. Like everything that I'm manifesting is incubating in me. My home, my rental properties that I'm gonna have, like all the shit that I'm foreseeing for myself, like that shit is incubating in me, and I don't want to be incubating it in a negative, stressed out, burnt out type of energy, because that's what you're gonna have, a stressed out ass baby. That's what you're gonna bring into this world. So just be mindful of what you're putting out into the world. If you burnt out, if you're stressed out, take a chill pill, sis. Go take a nap, roll a blunt, smoke some herbs, drink some calming, comforting tea, lay in your bed, put on some cozy socks, take a bath, take a hot shower, do something that feels comforting or warming to your spirit or to your soul, because that's gonna help, okay? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope y'all feel better about y'all situation. If you do, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share it on all your social medias, and I am out of here, you guys.